What's going on, guys? Thanks for stopping by. I hope everyone's having a great day. This is Josh, as always, with Vaulters Union, here to take a look at a screenshot recently released by Bethesda. Now, this photo has been around since day one, but Bethesda just re-released this photo in 4K. It's the first UHD picture of Fallout 4 that they have released, and I don't believe it's fully in-game. I think it has some in-game graphics, but it's definitely been airbrushed and touched up a little bit. This is also featured in the trailer itself. In the near the end of the video, the dog runs out of this building up towards the player. However, in the video, you don't get to see many details inside this little room, but in this picture, you do. Now, game publishers and developers will not only release screenshots and videos to tease you leading up to a game's release, but also to give away a lot of details. Being able to finally see this picture in 4K Ultra HD allows you to really zoom in and see a lot of details you may have overlooked before, and it is in my opinion that this picture gives away a lot of details about this game. So that's the purpose of this video, is we're going to go ahead and highlight a lot of the things I see in this video and what that may mean about what the game will feature. Now, before we proceed, if you're not already watching this video in full screen, I recommend you switch to full screen just so you can see all the details. So we're going to go ahead and get the easy stuff out of the way and the most obvious stuff out of the way, and the first thing that comes to mind here is right smack dab in the middle of the picture sticking out at you, and that is the Brotherhood of Steel armor. And that's the thing that we need to look at and determine. Is it actually armor? You can definitely tell it's being held up by the lift and chains behind it. It does look like the left leg there is being repaired, and maybe the left arm as well. Is it robotic or something the player can remote control, or is it just armor that the player can put on? Really, one thing that is a fact is that this armor really stands out. They definitely put it in the middle of the picture on purpose and made it stand out. It's the first thing that catches your eye. That definitely tells me that the Brotherhood of Steel are definitely going to be playing a major role in this game. Okay, so the next obvious thing to take a look at here is something that has been discussed a lot since it was first released, and that is the dog. The dog is obviously, you can see, sitting down, very interested in the armor, and it's not threatened by it. For me, that tells me that it's used to it. It supports, for me, the fact that it's player armor. Obviously, it's not anything that's enemy related. It's used to it being around, so it's probably something the player can put on. You can see also the dog dish down outside the little shop here by the vending machine. This tells me that the dog lives there. And if you guys watch the trailer, you'll see that the dog runs up to the player and the player pets it, and they're friendly towards each other, and it's clear that that is his pet. So that tells me that this dog is probably a companion to the player. So look forward probably to having a dog as a companion. So the next thing that sticks out on this list is something that we have seen throughout the entire Fallout series since they've been bought out by Bethesda, and that is the bobblehead on the dresser there. Since Fallout 3, that has been a collectible in the Fallout series, and obviously the bobblehead being there on the desk is a sign that it is going to continue, and that tradition will continue, and we will be collecting bobbleheads in Fallout 4. Okay, so we've gotten some of the more obvious things out of the way, and now it's time to kind of look deep into this and see some other details that we may be overlooking. And if you look towards the middle of the screen, maybe a little bit to the right of the dog, you will see what looks like a lift or a jack to lift a car up. To the right of that, you will see on the ground there in front of the bed, it looks like maybe a little jerry can or a little gas can. And then if you look to the right of the toolbox, you'll see another one that may be a gas can as well. And then the last detail is if you look outside the shop by the Nuka-Cola shop on the right, just on the right of the picture, you will see a tire. Now this tells me there is a significant possibility that we may have vehicles in the game. To what extent, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how they would implement that. I'm not sure if I would be a fan of that. You can let me know if you guys would be. But this tells me there's a strong possibility that we will finally see vehicles in the Fallout series. So the next one on the list took a little while for me to spot, but if you look outside of the little room here, you'll see that little seat outside, that little bench, but in front of that bench, leaning up against it, is the frame of a gun. This is definitely just an empty frame of some sort, possibly a rifle or a sniper rifle of some sort. The main components of the gun are gone though. You can see just a bit of the frame, and that's pretty much it. This is a possible suggestion of modular guns and much better customization. Modular meaning you can swap out different components of the gun and really fully customize it to yourself and to your playing style. So the next thing we're going to take a look at kind of goes hand in hand with the gun outside that we just discussed, and if you look to the left of the Brotherhood of Steel armor and just above the dresser with the Vault-Tec bobblehead that we discussed earlier, you'll see a corkboard with a bunch of what looks like different gun parts on the wall. Now some of these pieces, if you really zoom in close, look like individual guns, while others look like some form of attachment. This again further supports the fact that there should be modular weapons in this game and offer a lot of different attachments and different customization options for guns. It may belong to the gun outside or it may not. It's really hard to determine that, but I look forward to seeing how this plays out in the game. So the last thing on our list is pretty much the whole entire picture. If you look at some of the finer details, such as in the room on the very left, you will see the workbench, and if you look on the very right, you will see the bed. Tied in with everything, the fact that there is a workshop set up here with a Brotherhood of Steel armor. There's a dog that lives here that belongs to the companion. There's pretty much an entire little home set up here, and that's kind of what's telling me that this is going to be some sort of a player home. My guess is this is going to be one of the earlier player homes, maybe even the very first one. Maybe you're new to the city and to get yourself settled in, you get this nice cozy little place, or maybe someone gives it to you as a place to stay for now. It's really hard to say, obviously, without any details being released, but that's just kind of my theory. Okay guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like it and share it and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below. I'm going to post a link in the description to the Ultra HD version of this video, which will allow you to zoom in really close and point out some finer details. If you have anything to add, please feel free to share in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Peace.